The Mariners' bats came alive late to start climbing back into this game, but Munoz threw the game away late with 4 walks. Welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Sports Show, where we love Seattle Pro Sports. I'm your host, Mikey. We are here to do a Mariners recap, a game in which we lost to the Milwaukee Brewers 6-5 in the ninth inning. We had just worked so hard to get this game tied back up, and then Munoz went out there and just had no control at all. Walks 3 batters in a row, gets a strikeout, but then walks the 4th batter home, and that's the ball game. Very disappointing loss here. I will say that this was a game at some point when I was watching this one where I felt like, okay, well, you know what, we're losing, but this one doesn't feel bad as the other ones. For whatever reason, it was just like, okay, I'll chalk this one up to Gilbert, not having a horrible night, but not having a great night, and then again, the bats also not being horrible, but also not being great for most of the game. So I wasn't feeling too bad. And then Munoz got in there and made me feel totally bad because they, again, you know how the Mariners love to do. They love to get your hopes up, and then something goes awry for it to not go the way you thought. And that's what happened in this one with Munoz coming in, and he had never walked more than 2 batters in an inning before, so he had obviously never walked 3 batters in a row, but that's what he did here, and then ended up after 1 out later, he walks the 4th one, and they get the win just off of a walk. Yeah, that didn't feel good at all. Again, it seems like every game that we've lost so far, there's just been something that something happens that makes you go, whoa, that's not good. That's a little concerning. Again, just 1 outing for Munoz, and it's never happened before. I don't expect it'll ever happen again, but it's just, it's not even the concern about Munoz. It's the concern of, can this team get it all together at the same time? Again, just 8 games into the season, but goodness, it seems like it's even worse than last year, because we're in the beginning of the season, and the idea going into the season was, hey, we're setting this team up to not have a slow start with all the pitching we have, and the improved, supposed to be improved batting average of all the bats that we're adding to this lineup. Yet here we are, 3-5, and yeah, we're not gaining those wins early in the season that will help you out towards the end of the season, when you feel like, hey, what more could we have done to make a playoff push? Well, don't start off so slow and sloppy like you have for years. And we thought this year was going to be the year where they wouldn't start out slow and sloppy. But that seems to still be the case going on with that this year. But yeah, let's take a look at the numbers real quick. For Logan Gilbert, he did not bring Walter today. But again, not bad. Went 5 2/3 innings. Had 5 hits off of them, 4 earned runs, a walk, 7 strikeouts. Though it was just a little bit off on some of these, and he did allow 3 home runs in total. So Bolton came in for an inning. Stanek came in for an inning. Munoz, like we said, just only got 1 out. Came out in the ninth after we had just tied the game up, thinking, okay, here's basically our closer. We'll get him to get us through this ninth inning, and then we'll get it into extra innings, and you know, you get to start out with that ghost runner on second base, and we'll see what we can make happen in extra innings. But didn't get there because of what Munoz did. Again, 4 walks. 3 of them in a row. That was no good. Batting wise, JP was 1 for 4. Had a walk today. Julio was. What's going on here? Okay, Julio was. He was 0 for 4. He did get hit by a pitch, and that's how he was able to score a run today. 2 strikeouts. Blanco 1 for 4, a walk, a strikeout. Haniger 1 for 5. He had an RBI today and a run. Garver was 1 for 2 with the strikeout. Cal Raleigh 1 for 4, had an RBI, 2 strikeouts. Luke Raley 0 for 2, a strikeout. Dylan Moore 1 for 1. Canzone 0 for 2, a strikeout. Samad Taylor got in here today. Ty France taking some time for his wife, possibly going into labor. So we'll keep an ear out for that and congratulate him when that baby is born. Josh Rojas 0 for 2, a strikeout. Luis Urias 1 for 2, a strikeout. 10 strikeouts today to just 2 walks. Again, maybe I would be a little bit more willing to be okay with the strikeouts if we were at least getting walks with this as well. But we are not being, again, still to this point, not being disciplined enough at the plate to draw more walks and to not swing at stuff out of the zone where we are striking out. Yeah, just not great. Another game where, again, a lot of strikeouts, but you started to feel a little bit better about the bats coming late, and maybe that's a good sign. Maybe that was just the start of, hey, now this team's bats are going to get together, and we expect the pitching. We always expect that's the part that's going to be good. Okay, Munoz is not going to come out here all the time and walk 3 batters in a row and then walk a 4th in the same inning. Again, he's never walked more than 2 in the same inning in the past. So if the bats come alive like they did today and we're scoring 5 runs more often, I'm sure we're going to get a lot more wins. Oh, the other thing we got to congratulate Logan Gilbert, for reaching a milestone today with the. He had 7 strikeouts a day, and with that, he surpassed 500 strikeouts total in his career. So, congratulations to Logan Gilbert for that. But yeah, that was the game. Again, tough loss just because of the way it happened. But let me know how you feel about the team overall now. Again, like I said, I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic, thinking that again that this was just a situation where, just unlucky for Munoz to come out on the night that he did and have no control like he did. Otherwise, I felt like this team was getting ready to mount a comeback. But let me know what you think, and make sure you subscribe to the channel here. Hit 170 now, so we keep gaining like 10 subscribers a day. So let's get another 10. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave those comments. Same thing for the podcast version. Follow, subscribe, leave a 5-star rating and a written review, because that all helps the show grow. And thanks for listening to the Seattle Sports Show, where we watch legends awaken. So take cover, because with the sea of sound, you will see us rise to reign supreme and win forever.